The forest had forgotten sound. No wind stirred the branches. No cricket sang. Even the leaves seemed to hold their breath. Eli moved through the dark, with a dying flashlight trembling in his hand. The beam quivered across trunks, slick with mist, catching glimpses of bark that looked almost like skin. He'd lost the trail hours ago. Now there was only mud, fog, and the faint pulse of his own heartbeat in his ears. That was when he heard it. A silhouette dragging somewhere behind him. Too heavy to be an animal, too deliberate to be an echo. He turned, light cutting through a narrow slice of emptiness. Nothing. Just the deep black of the woods staring back. He swallowed. Hello. His voice sounded too loud, like it didn't belong in that silence. The forest listened. Then came a whisper of movement, a scrape against bark, and the soft sigh of breath, close enough to raise the hairs on his neck. He began to walk faster, trying not to make a sound. But the thing behind him moved too, matching his steps. Step, 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 drag, step, 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 drag. He stopped. So did it. The night pressed in tight around him, and the flashlight dimmed to a sickly orange. The batteries gave one last flicker, and died. Darkness swallowed everything. A living, breathing darkness. Eli stood very still. He could hear his pulse now, a quick, animal rhythm. And over it, a whisper. I can't see you either. The voice was right at his ear. Hot, wet breath brushed his skin. He turned so fast he nearly fell. Nothing there. He remembered the stories now. The ones the locals told to keep kids away from the woods. Something blind lived here. Something that hunted by sound. It didn't need eyes. It only needed to listen. Eli dropped to his knees, pressing a hand over his mouth. The forest went still again. He could hear everything. The tiny drip of dew, the slow hum of the earth. And somewhere between them, that low, rhythmic drag. It was closer. So close he could feel the vibrations under his hands. He crawled under a fallen log, heart hammering so hard, it shook his ribs. He forced himself to stay silent, to breathe shallow, to be nothing. Then, sniffing, wet, hungry, patient, the log trembled as it moved around him. He could hear its teeth clicking, slowly, methodically, like glass tapping against glass. Then it spoke again. He shut his eyes. Blood dripped from his bitten lip onto the soil. The creature froze, sniffed, again, and again. A drop of something warm fell on his neck. Not rain, not dew. He knew it was breath. Eli trembled, and the small sound that escaped him, the faintest whimper, was enough. The creature shrieked, a sound of iron tearing bone, and the world exploded. He didn't have time to scream again. The forest swallowed it all. When the rangers found the clearing at dawn, there were no footprints, only his flashlight, still flickering weakly, and claw marks gouged deep into the trunk of a tree, high above where any human could reach, as if something had climbed there, listening for the next sound to follow.